Alright guys, to celebrate the month of October, I'm going to be doing a series of videos showing off parts of my collection. And I decided to start off with my Leatherface collection. So here's my display. This shelf here is pretty much complete, but there's a lot lacking up here on this shelf. And there's stuff up here that I'll talk about. Alright, so I'll start off here. I got the Sideshow 6 scale Leatherface. And here in the back we have a Leatherface killing mask that I made. It doesn't look too bad. It's not the most accurate. I don't know if I'll replace it with one of the Trick or Treat Studios ones, or if I'll make a new, better one. I don't know. It's kind of hard to see because I got all these figures in the way. We got the Hitchhiker by Mezco. One of the Cinema of Fear figures. I can't remember what series that came from. Also got a few Ed Gein pins laying around here. And the accessories for the Ultimate Leatherface by NECA. I'd like to get a second one of these to display with that head, and then paint the apron to look like the apron in that scene where he wore this mask. Here we have, I call it the Grandma mask. I'm not sure if that's the official name for it, but we got that by Trick or Treat Studios. There's the Pretty Woman mask by Trick or Treat Studios next to the NECA figure. That chainsaw isn't the chainsaw that came with that figure. That's the chainsaw that came with the retro figure. I got this figure loose without the stand or the chainsaw, so I just robbed it from that figure and gave it to this guy. Here we have another version of the Hitchhiker, Nubbins from the second movie. So there's him. And we have the Mezco Cinema of Fear, Part 2 Leatherface, and we got Chop Top there in the corner. And that mask in the back is a Leatherface Part 2 mask that I made. I still have the mold for this, so I think I might make another one from this mold that's a little bit more accurate, because the color scheme I went for this guy isn't really the most accurate, but the sculpt is pretty good. Now we move on to the second shelf. It's where I'm lacking with the Leatherface stuff. We have a Part 3 mask that I made. It doesn't look too bad. It needs to be on a foam head, so that way it'll look right. I think I might just repaint it, and it should look more accurate with a new paint job. I just got a little tiny cleaver I put up here just for fun. I have a little Lego minifigure. Obviously not an official minifigure, but still pretty cool to have. I have these crime scene photos that came with one of the deluxe DVDs for the remake. Here we have the Part 4 mask. This is one that I made. The eyelets are starting to fall off there. I've noticed with masks with actual eyelets or grommets on it that the metal has a reaction to the latex and causes it to rot a lot faster. So those are falling out. I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I might glue them back in place or something, because I actually really like this mask. So yeah, I got that. And then we have the accessories for the McFarlane Leatherface. I'll talk about him in a minute. We have the prequel to the remake NECA Leatherface figure. I'm trying to get the remake Mezco figure, but I can never find it for a good deal. So that's something I'm looking for. And I need to get a Part 3 Leatherface from NECA. I prefer to get one loose because I display my figures loose. The only one we have is the retro, so that's the only one I can get. Here we have the one version of the Ruby's remake Leatherface. I have the second version up here on my slasher display. Also got a little sheriff's badge on here. I didn't have anywhere else to put it. But yeah, we have the deluxe version up here. Both of these I've modified. I modified the hair on this one, and I modified the hair on this one, and I repainted it. And I have the McFarlane Movie Maniacs Leatherface on this shelf. You think for a figure that's pretty much a statue he'd be able to stand up, but no, he falls over all the time. It's really annoying. So I got those two up here on my slasher display, and then up here I have the retro Leatherface, and you can see the chainsaw is missing because I have it right here. With those retro figures, you can reseal the packages, so that's pretty cool. So yeah, that's the first video in this short series. Talking about my Leatherface display. I'm missing quite a lot on here. Oh, I forgot to talk about this mask. This is the this was made by another artist. I forget the name he goes by. But that's supposed to be that mask. I forgot to talk about that. But yeah, I'm missing a couple masks on here. I need to get the Texas Chainsaw mask. And there's other masks out there that I don't know if I'll get or not. Like, I know there's multiple masks in that movie. And then there's this mask here. I don't know if I'll get that. And there's like 2 in Texas Chainsaw. And there's also American Massacre. That is a movie that never got released. That's supposed to be a sequel to the second movie. There's an artist who makes that mask I'm thinking about getting. I just don't have a whole lot of space here, but I can try to make more space on here. I've got enough space for like maybe 2 masks on this shelf. And they never made Leatherface figures from all the movies. Like, there's not a Part 4 one. So if I want a Part 4 Leatherface figure, I'm going to have to make a custom. And I may or may not do a custom of the Part 3. Because the retro figures, even if I do get the retro Part 3, it's in a different scale than these other figures. But yeah, that's about all I'll talk about. That's my Leatherface stuff. And I'll be back in another video talking about another section of my collection. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll be doing more this month.